A special session of the South Korea-U.S. FTA Joint Committee will be held this week. Officials from both sides will discuss the possibility of amending the bilateral free trade deal. This comes as the Trump administration pushes for a renegotiation, turning a blind eye to facts that prove the existing one is a mutually beneficial pact. Kim Hyun-chong outlines what to expect from the meetings.
Representatives from South Korea and the U.S. will sit down in Seoul on Tuesday to discuss possible amendments to their free trade agreement. According to the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy, Korea's Trade Minister Kim Hyun-chong and U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer will open the meeting via a video conference, which will be followed by senior-level discussions between Korean and U.S. trade officials. The gathering comes after Washington requested a meeting in early July to address the U.S. trade deficit with Korea. The FTA, which came into effect in March 2012, has been a source of tension between Seoul and Washington, with President Trump pressing to either renegotiate or terminate the deal, which he has labeled a job killer for Americans. In the years since it has been enforced, Korea's trade surplus with the U.S. doubled from $11.6 billion in 2011 to over $23 billion in 2016.
The figures for Korea's trade surplus with the U.S. don't take into account the service surplus on the U.S. side, nor do they consider investment or job creation, which have increased significantly. American businesses are lobbying against the termination of the KORUS FTA, given that Washington just started renegotiating NAFTA with Canada and Mexico last week. Even if Seoul and Washington decides to renegotiate the KORUS FTA, it could take at least 1 year for the process to officially begin.
Korea's trade ministry emphasized that it will focus on highlighting the positive effects the FTA has had on both economies, and that both sides should first objectively examine, analyze, and assess the pact before attempting to make changes. Other issues expected to be discussed on Tuesday include anti-dumping duties and intellectual property. Kim Hyesung, Arirang News.